Shop smart, shop S-Mart.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of New Book Hoodis. I am your host, DeathMetalHero, and with me
is Gene James. What's going on, brother? How you?
G'day, everyone. Thanks for having me, Lou. Good to be here, man. It's been a long time since I've been on this channel, for real.
Yeah, man. It's been a while since we gotten a chance to catch up and hang out, so it's good to see you. I mean, I know you've been busting your ass, working real hard, getting a bunch of stuff going. Not the least of which is the Embrace 2, which we will talk about tonight. But yeah, man, it's good to see you.
Yeah, I'm actually working on a bunch of different campaigns at the moment. Like, I'm doing a bookmark for Hojo's campaign, The Mythicals.
Nice.
I'm the pencil artist for Lightbringer 2 with Dark Gift Comics.
Yeah, dude.
Like, he's inking my stuff. Like, I like getting inked by other artists. Like, I've never had that really, you know? Like, that's a completely new experience for me. So I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah, Anthony was on Topic List the other day doing some inking over your stuff, and it's looking really good, man. It's a nice collaboration. So
nice.
Yeah,
I haven't seen what he's working on at the moment. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh yeah, he hasn't sent you anything yet, really?
No, he sent me the first page or two.
Right.
Yeah, like I know he's done the first few pages at least, but I haven't seen all of them. But I'm actually about to start work as soon as I'm done with this bookmark, which I'm doing the final touches on, and I'm pretty sure Hojo's going to reveal that soon. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to do the Lightbringer 2 cover, which I already have, like roughed out. So I know exactly what it's going to be. I've just got to go and start actually drawing it properly.
Excellent.
Yeah, looking forward to that. That's going to be sick, though. Honestly, I know exactly what it's going to be, and it's going to look great.
Hell yeah, dude. Looking forward to that. That Hojo's campaign looks great. Mythicals looks like a hell of a fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I mean, there's so many cool fucking books out there. I love the fact that there is so much creativity over here and like so many different books, so many different tastes. Oh shit, we got a Michael Odin. What's up, brother? Good to see you, dude.
Good.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Thanks for coming to join us, man.
Yeah, I sent him the link when you said you wanted him here. I didn't know if he'd get it or not, but welcome.
Yeah, man. Dude,
I'm
Odin's
always
been
monitoring some form of social media or another. So
excellent, man. This is great. I was just telling Dean backstage that I never get a chance to have like the writer and the artist on at the same time. So this is awesome.
It's like it's a real show now. Let's do this.
I get to hear both perspectives of this creative process.
Yes,
we actually came from two very different places when we were working on it too. So
yeah,
well,
our inspirations were completely different.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's usually how it goes, right? I mean you just kind of figure out what works for both of you, and then you kind of meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and say hi to the chat.
What up?
Matt Kevlar says that well done steak guy has triggered me. I'm gonna need a moment. Donald and his well done steak.
Yeah, he is wrong. The medium rare at most, honestly.
Yep.
Like it needs to still be pink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I posted
probably one of my favorite things I've ever seen in any steakhouse was they had like the chart of like how like of what each cook of the meat is going from rare through for the well done. And as it got closer to well done, it like the description got more cautious. And by the time it got to well done, it doesn't even say well done. It just says, please just order chicken.
Yeah.
Please just order chicken. That is perfect. That is fucking perfect. Donald tweeted at me. He's like, yeah, you need to learn to appreciate food. And I was like, bruh, it ain't food anymore if you cook all the life out of it. Shit.
That's ash, man. What are you doing?
Just
charcoal.
Just fucking rubber.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, a hockey puck. I mean, if you're trying to turn it into charcoal so you can, burn it and, keep warm, that's one thing. But, yeah.
I would, as somebody that's eaten well, because like in the army, when you have steak nights out at like your fob and what have you,
Right.
they're required to cook everything to well done. It's honestly heartbreaking to watch, but like there are specific standards. So like I have had well done steak before, and it's not like the worst thing on the planet, but it's literally like
it's still a steak. Yeah,
it's still a steak, but it's like you're sitting there chewing on it for like 10-15 minutes per bite, and you're just like, oh god,
No.
like your jaw muscles get incredibly muscular because it's a full-blown workout, but holy shit, it's
your face just gets wider by the time you're done eating the steak, because you're taking in the protein and you're just building muscle in your jaws, and finally you just got you can bite through steel afterwards, I guess. What's up, American Comics? Thanks for coming to hang out, man. Appreciate you being here. Skull Flying Feline, good to see you.
Hello, Flying Feline.
Man, do I wish I had some alcohol right now.
Oh, I've got coffee. I've got coffee. Like it's. I made a fresh pot of coffee after my my steak. But
man, look at you living the dream.
Oh, dude! Like in my little studio here, I've got a coffee pot like directly right over there. Like all I got to do is get up and walk around. It's great. Like not having to leave the studio room to go get coffee is fantastic, man. It really is. Let's see. We got a Fanta. What's up, Fanta? Good to see you. Thanks for coming to hang out. Let's see. Jason's apparently not here.
Hi, Fanta.
Yeah.
Hi.
And, Feline says, "Where's my plushie, Dean?"
We're
Ask
working.
Odin. I told Odin not to get him made where he got him made. This is his own damn fault.
Uh-oh.
No. When we initially, so like, the first place that I went for the plushies was really good, and then like everything, the initial quote that I got from them effectively doubled. You fuck you guys.
He's like, damn it.
But then when they doubled, I ended up getting some information to find a second person to do the plushies. Yeah. And they quoted me way cheaper, and it was good, but then they hit me with a bunch of shit on the back end, which was more than a little frustrating. I was like, well, why weren't you upfront about this crap and let me know that I was going to have to do X, Y, and Z? Because I ended up spending probably as much, if not more, than I would have with the first vendor.
The first guys were upfront with their price. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer
pretty not plussed about it.
I bet, man. I would prefer to know upfront about all the fees and everything. Like, even if it's gonna be, a big price. Like, I want to know the whole price at the beginning. That way, I can plan.
How much money do I need in total?
Exactly. Yeah. That way, there's no fucking surprises.
100%.
Yeah.
But these things happen. You live and you learn.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. All right, I'm waiting for my plushie too. It's fine. Yeah, Dean is off this for now.
Fulfilling the SPQR campaign has become like really the past month has been like getting hit by several collective runaway ice cream trucks back to back. Like I keep getting, since like the end of January till now, like I keep just getting haymakered. Like even today, I got a call. I was literally about to go into a job interview. I got a call from my son's preschool saying that he had a fever, and so I had to cancel my interview and reschedule it to go pick my kid up from school.
Oh no!
So
is he okay?
He's all right. He's got some crud or another. I was actually really mad at his preschool when I went to go pick him up, because like they had initially brought him off to a room where he could be by himself and what have you. And
Don't
then
be like that, Fanta. Please.
By the time that I got to the school, he was back playing with the other kids, and so when we got home, his fever had gotten to 104.
Oh wow!
Oh damn!
Yeah, I was pretty fucking mad.
I bet. Like they're letting him run around and be all crazy when he's got a fever like that. I mean,
yeah, it was.
I don't know.
It was not great.
Yeah.
And I was pretty pissed.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
But
bet.
You know, like let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the Embrace too, because
yeah.
Well,
I mean, you know, we're talking about life. I mean, shit happens. You know, we're people. Like life happens. You know, we do this creative thing.
Definitely doesn't have a fever.
I got a fever, and the only cure is the Embrace 2.
Oh man, I feel that. I feel that in my core.
Yeah. Well, listen, I was telling Dean backstage, I'm glad that that the fan art thing has been postponed a little bit, because I just moved, and so I haven't gotten a chance to fucking do anything.
Yeah,
like, no artwork. I mean, this Wraith of God piece is like literally the only thing I've gotten a chance to work on this month.
That's fantastic.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I decided to do some ink wash last night while hanging out with Matt Barr and Jason. And
I really like it.
Thanks, man.
Looking really solid, man.
I appreciate that.
And yeah, like everything got pushed back because as I like Dean and I had a talk where I really should say Dean kind of yelled at me at one point. where he was just like, dude, because like, you know, Dean and I talk pretty frequently, and so he knows about all the crap I've been going through, and he just goes, "You are doing too fucking much. Postpone what you need to. I'm out here doing the pre-promotion and everything. You've got way too much crap on your plate. Please just focus on getting to the right place." And so I ended up like, we were supposed to have our campaign launch on March 10th, and I contacted Bancroft, and I was like, we're gonna have to postpone. Like I'm not in the right place for this, and so we ended up pushing that back, and you know, I've still got to, you know, fulfill SBQR, and I've got personal things that I've got to take care of.
Dude, you can't do what you need to do if you're constantly burning the candle at both ends. You know, if you can't focus and get anything done. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking, Luke. Right, like when he first started all this, like the way he was talking at the time, it sounded like he felt like I was pressuring him, and I'm like, nah, dude, like I'm slow down so I have more time. Like I'm not rushing you at all. There was absolutely no pressure from my side, and so I just like, you need to chill and get stuff done.
Yeah, Dean cracking that whip to take a break and take care of yourself. That's what he's doing. Yeah,
pretty much. It was a whole thing of. I don't want to go too much into it, but like there were a whole bunch of things that kind of hit me all at once within like a span of like a week and a half, towards the end of January going into February, and I felt like I was dropping the ball everywhere, and so I started to try and like, you know, push forward on getting some stuff done for the Embrace 2.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it the way that I normally handle things. And Dean was just like, look, man, you need to chill the fuck out and you need to calm down. And
like, I've got the Embrace under control, you know, like it's fine. Everybody knows it's coming.
Well, see, that's how you know you got a good collaborator, man. You know, you've got a collaborator that actually gives a shit about you as a person and doesn't want you to burn yourself out, you know? So,
absolutely.
I mean, that's a rare thing, man. And I'm glad. I'm glad to hear it, you know? Good on you, Dean. I appreciate that, man. Seriously, no, we gotta take care of ourselves. If we don't take care of ourselves, then we can't do these fun, awesome things that we, you know, try to do, that we want to do.
Right.
And Feline says again, big healing.
Yes.
Sending healing vibes over to you and to you and the boy.
I appreciate it. It's certainly been a trying time, but anyways.
Yeah. I mean, hey, life happens, man. It's it's been an interesting fucking year to start off with over here for me as well. So, but you know, hey, there's comics, there's creativity, there's artwork, and we keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
speaking of art, Dean.
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything to show off this evening?
I have some things I was going to show him, but like nothing by me.
Oh, damn it!
I mean, I got a few things to show, but they're not, they're not mine.
Yeah, no. I have an exclusive. Yeah, but we're not going to reveal everything. I'm just going to give you the first official look at something, and then you can you can all speculate what it even is, right? Because
Is it the thing that you did for me?
It is the thing I did, right? Because I made right, like there's a thing that I've been like teasing around here, and everyone's kind of heard about it, but not really. Is on the Embrace 2, there's going to be a second book. There's like another short little, just like a little additional short story that comes with it, and I had that written by Kimasabi.
Nice.
And yeah, and I got Kari from SBQR to do the art for me.
Right on, man.
But like we haven't announced what it actually is or anything like that yet. But I'm happy to show you the first couple of pages.
Shit,
we
love exclusives over here. I love exclusives over here. I don't know what this
because it's also being colored. It's being colored and lettered by me as well.
Nice, dude. So you're just doing all kinds of stuff all over the place. Not just doing line work and artwork for books, but lettering and stuff as well. Man, that's awesome, man. I mean, but dude, flex all those skills. You know what I mean? Like use all those skills, and that's the only way you get better at them. You use them.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, you're back on the hook for the plushie, apparently. Feline says, so what I'm hearing is pressure for plushie back on Dean. Got it, LOL.
No.
Fanta's right there with her. Yeah, what Feline said.
I'll gladly lay plushie blame on Dean just for the sake of my own my own sanity. So, all right, Dean, it's your fault.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's like, all right, fine. Whatever. I'm not too. He's pretty nonplussed about it. He's like, yeah, okay, whatevs. I'm good. Let's see if I can find this this piece because I've got the digital pencils done for my fan art piece. I just need to print it out so I can actually ink it.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah. Go ahead and bring this up. Let me stop. Whoops. That's the campaign. We'll be looking at that in just a second. Let's share this. Share this window instead. All right. So that is
looking pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's thanks, man. It is an homage to Hulk 181.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you got what's the big dude's name? Is that Diablo?
Well,
or have you not revealed his name yet?
No, Diablo. That's Strangle. Diablo is the gangster dude.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Excellent.
Correct.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, this is obviously Strangle as the Hulk because he's bigger, and then the Embrace coming through being the Wolverine to Strangle's Hulk.
That's cool as fuck.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with it. I worked on it on some topicless episodes. But yeah, right before I was about to print this out, I had to move. And so the printer is now set up and I can actually print it out. Oh, I've got like this whole printmaking station like on the back side of this giant fucking desk that I've built. Like it is just ridiculous, this command center that I have here. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more artwork coming from me this year.
Outstanding.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, man. But yeah, I'm very glad I have more time to finish this. All right.
Well, I can't wait to see it finished because that looks sick. Like that's
Thanks,
actually
man.
better than anything I've ever drawn yet because I haven't got to those pages in the book yet.
Well, I appreciate that.
That top of the car scene is still just fantastic, and I know that we're going to be one-upping that really hard in the last pages of the book. But like,
I dug the hell out of the first book, you guys. So I am very much looking forward to this next one.
All I can say is you guys aren't ready. This is my empire, and I'm going to break you all.
Oh shit! Prepare to cry, folks. Prepare to cry.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and watch the video here. You guys can hear it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Bank officer.
I love the fucking scary laugh.
Yeah. A buddy of mine threw that together. Actually, our letter for the Embrace SK threw that together for us, and it was just
nice.
a blast.
SK's great, man. I haven't seen him in a long time. I hope he's
Yeah,
doing all right.
He's still doing his thing.
Yeah.
I know. I think that he's just finishing up a campaign for Terra Olympus Volume 3 or 4.
That's excellent. I'm glad to hear that. I haven't seen anything from him in a while, so I'm glad to hear he's still working on his books.
Oh yeah, he does. I want to say it's like 2 or 3 books that he's got running right now. He's got Terra Olympus and these other 2 that I get notifications for every now and again, and he hits me up about.
Awesome. The next time you talk to him, tell him to hit me up. The next time he's got an active campaign.
Yeah, man, I'll definitely do that.
The last time I talked to him was back when Rotten Glory was still hanging out. Like,
holy shit, that was
like
a while
that
ago.
long ago. I haven't heard from SK in a long time. So yeah, tell him to hit me up the next time he's got an active campaign. But Flying Feline says she's ready, and Fanta says she's ready. But we've also got a Hen. What's up, Hen?
You can think that, guys, but I'm telling you, this book's gonna rip you apart.
Yeah, you're probably not ready. Yeah.
I mean, the first book pulled on the emotional heartstrings as it is, so I am very curious to see how you're going to rip people's hearts apart in this one, man. So,
well, I definitely
That's
do
funny.
it. Dean and when I sent the script to Dean and Lee,
yeah,
like Dean was like, "This is even better than the first one," and Lee was just like, "Yeah, I don't know what we're going to edit here."
Oh, wow!
Like you nailed this. Like the pacing in this is right where it needs to be. Like I think both Dean and Lee said that there's some minor dialogue fixes that need to be done, but
Sure.
the ending of the issue especially hits you like a runaway ice cream truck.
It's superior in every way, honestly.
Nice. I mean, that's what you want, right? I mean, you want the next book and then the next book and the next book to just keep getting better. That means, you're getting better at your craft, and it means people get a better product as it goes on. I mean, better, further up, further in, right? Continuously moving forward.
Absolutely.
Fanta says, I just meant I'm ready for launch and plushies. They are all about those plushies. You may very well have a riot on your hands if you don't get those plushies.
Well, the plushies are still coming. They just took a bit longer than I was expecting.
Yeah.
The books for SPQR and Elysian Fields are printed and are with RJ. The plushies are with RJ. There are still some things that need to get there before I start fulfillment. It's just there's been a lot on my plate, and I'm going to be doing a campaign update about it here soon because it's been a while since I've done one, and I thought that I would have already had it done. I was expecting to have fulfillment done at the end of February, but shit happened at the end of January that completely threw that off. But
totally understand, man. And I would much prefer, to wait until it's the right time for things, than
that's how I feel.
Push
about
forward.
It.
Yeah.
But with the campaign we've got, I don't know if we have it listed up there because there's only so much that Indiegogo allows you to put on the pre-launch. But we have some pretty exciting covers coming on book 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that aren't mentioned on this page, Odin.
Yeah, I know, because Indiegogo only allows you you so much stuff to put on pre-launch.
Yeah,
exactly.
So when we created this, the big thing was we had gotten Michael Bancroft to do a cover, and his cover is really good.
Yeah.
Actually, they're all really good. Honestly, there's not a bad cover between us.
Yeah, and we have.
Can't say I'm surprised. I mean, that's I kind of expect that now. You guys fucking rock. So yeah, I can't wait to see them. Seriously.
And we've got Rini did a cover for us.
Oh, nice.
Both her and her colorist for her new colorist for Fiendish,
Oh, okay.
Ivan, did a cover, and that one turned out great.
Right on.
And then, I mean, you've seen Dean's main cover, and then we had Kari did a second chance cover for the first issue that I think turned out pretty well.
Ooh.
As well. And
so is that going to be a separate campaign, or is that going to be available on this campaign?
It'll be available on this campaign. It's going to be effectively
Nice.
like our second edition of the book and what have you of the first
Excellent.
book.
Yeah. All right, so the embrace ended with David's murderer in prison, but he only held the knife. Who is this Diablo, and why does he scare his underlings? Meanwhile, Captain Stone is dealing with a dead officer and the rise of a vigilante. And with Clarence avoiding calls, Stone only has one prime suspect, Clarence Griffin. Shit!
Yes.
Clarence is in trouble.
Clarence is not in a good spot in this book.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like he's stuck between a rock and a fucking hard place.
It's going to be a very interesting journey. So, like, the first book is all about, Clarence is dealing with this.
Yeah.
Like, he's depressed and he's lost and what have
Suicidal.
you. And David comes back and it brings this measure of joy.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still a lot of hurt. There's still a lot of pain. And in the Embrace 2, Clarence is starting to... when it starts, it seems like Clarence is starting to let some of that go. But throughout it, it's very clear that Clarence is still very much fueled by his anger at the situation. And this leads him down to making some pretty bad decisions in regards to, handling specific things. And that's all I'll say on that, because I obviously don't want to go in and spoil the book. But like the big thing about Clarence is that his anger is destructive and it does way more harm than good. And it's going to be something that Clarence is going to have to let go.
Well, what is it Yoda said? Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, like we said when the first book came out that the overall arc was going to be about learning to move on and learning to let go and stuff. Like, he's not going to bring David back to life at the end of all of this.
No.
Right.
Like, David's always going to be dead now. Like, he's going to need to learn to live with that.
Gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so,
and so moving through that, being able to work through that pain, that grief, that anger. Yeah.
Yeah. This has the first big step since becoming the Embrace. This book has the first, real step towards becoming the better man that his father thinks he is.
That's awesome. What's up, B.A. Turner? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming to hang out, dude.
Yeah.
What's up?
So this Bogan Bancroft cover with all the hands. I mean, this hand right here is great. This is
Isn't it?
Yeah. And I've actually still got my ginger root hand magnet over on the file cabinet.
Funny
there's actually a ginger root hand hidden on this cover. It's not hidden particularly well. People were able to find it within like 2 minutes of looking at it, especially when Bancroft was live. But there is a ginger root hand on this cover.
Okay, so it's not in this little crop of the picture right here.
You can kind of see a little bit of it. No.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. Like just outside of frame. But that's
just outside. Okay. Nice. Very hands-on cover with a hidden ginger root hand. By the way, this action figure, the mock-up that you put up was very, very helpful when I was doing the fan art, when I was drawing the Embrace.
Dude, this guy was great working with. It's one of those things, and I don't even know where mine is. I think my son ran off with my action figure. I have no idea. I like it. Things have been so crazy lately. I don't even know where the fucking thing is at this point.
So these are just straight up 3D printed action figures.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man! Wow. So these are going to be very limited.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit pricey. Doing each one is not cheap.
Well, yeah,
but like it's a very high quality product.
I mean, it looks
just like the plushies. I'm still waiting for mine.
Oh my god!
Dude's like, damn it! I hate not being able to get shipped over here.
No, like.
Well, he's getting a comp one. Like, he's a creator. I'm not gonna like not get him up the plot.
Right.
We have extras.
But yeah, no, you know how I told you that I got Odin to back some books for me and everything like that? It's because he just sends me a big package anyway, so...
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, I'll get everything at once. Yeah.
That'd be like fucking Christmas then. That's
right?
awesome. Thank you, Feline. I appreciate you dropping the link so people can go sign up for this. You guys, 10 slots available for this this action figure. I mean, along with the comic and then, you know, the plushie that's coming as well. So get ready.
Yeah. And that'll all be painted and everything too. Like, it will be in color.
Apparently, Feline is just not buying what you're selling here, Dean. She's just like, whatever,
Sorry,
Dean.
Feline.
All right, let's take a look at this video.
Hey, Michael, how's it going? Asha Collections here, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for all your patience and your trust for me to build this figure for you.
And it stands on its own.
Basically, like Michael requested, I basically
it's got all the articulation
you guys
that you kind of expect from like a Marvel Legends.
But before we get into the demo, I do want to point out that this is a prototype, so there are a few things that I'm still going to tweak on the production version.
That had like the wrist movements and like the 3 jointed elbows. Like, we wanted it to be just like those because those are the best ones.
Totally, man.
Yeah,
all that.
so
I mean, you got. It looks like you got the chest, the torso articulation here, hips, shoulders. I mean, you guys remember the Spider-Man from from Spider-Man 2, right? The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Yeah. That's the toy I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, it's right back there, man. That thing is ridiculous. I mean, you can do the fingers and everything, but I mean, it's 18 inches tall. So, but this looks great, man. Like I'm excited to see this figure.
That I will send out to Michael. But basically, the shoulders at the moment, the cavity is a bit smaller than the actual joint, so it doesn't allow for that much movement, which kind of hinders the movement a little bit. So. It doesn't work as well at the moment, so I'll probably not be demoing that, but I will fix it on the production run. And the other thing I want to fix is basically the crotch gap. At the moment, it's just a little bit too gappy, and I want to basically close that up and make it look as natural as possible. So I'll be doing some updates before I do the final print, but this is, I think, very close to final print. So let's get into the articulation. So the articulation on the figure is as follows. The figure can look up about that much, which is not that bad. He could basically look diagonally up around 45 degrees. He can look down about that much.
I hate it when my joints hinder my movement.
No issues there. A little bit of pivot, which is pretty cool. The chest diaphragm cut can basically go forward that much, which is a pretty good crunch.
Rad, man.
Go back and basically do all of that, no issues. It's a double ball peg system, so there's basically 2 pegs, one at the top, one at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it just basically gives you a little bit more control on the articulation.
More versatility.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The hands, the shoulder, I do need to rework on a little bit, but they can basically spin around. And they do pop off a little bit easy at the moment. I just need to fix that for production, but yeah. They can basically go all the way around. The biceps
I love the
can
detail.
swivel.
Yep.
No issues there. I'll just take that out. It's probably easier.
Dude.
Biceps will swivel all the way around. There's a good double joint in the elbow, which is very, very deep.
Yeah.
The hands can swivel and hinge pretty well, which is a lot of motion there. And yeah, I just need to tighten up a few of the joints, but it's close to production. I just need to work on a few
Badass.
things. For the legs, I
Indeed.
basically do want to close up that gap a little bit because it does look a little bit too gappy. But the legs can split apart about that much, which is pretty cool. He can kick forward about that much, which is 90 degrees, I guess. Can't kick back that much because of the buns, but like even normal people can't kick back, so I think that's all right.
buns are
There
important.
is a little bit of thigh swivel at the top of the thigh, so I'm not adding in an articulation cut here. Basically, that allows me to keep the sculpt intact and not destroy it with like needless articulation, and just using whatever is already there to basically give it that extra range of motion.
Yo,
I'm kind of using like
the buns.
tape inside here to basically give it more grip. On the final production run, I'm basically making the ball peg a little bit bigger so that it stays together a little bit better, and there's more friction to hold the legs together, and it doesn't basically flop around. So it basically stays together.
That's great,
With
man.
the knees, double joint, but they go about that much. Pretty cool.
I mean, that's
And
just about as
Hell
far as
yeah.
with
people's
the
normal
boots,
knees
they
bend.
can go up that far back, that far down, which is like, you could get like really awesome jumping poses
Yeah.
if you do that. And the best part is they can pivot.
Oh, look at the fucking bottom of the feet. That's
Right?
great. Holy
That's the
shit.
articulation for this guy, and really
What a
close
great
to
figure.
final production run. So I just need to do a few more tweaks and he'll be ready.
That is fucking badass, you guys. That is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and the figure has a really solid weight to it. It's about the size of a Marvel Legends figure,
Right.
if not a little bit taller.
Because Odin's actually got the first complete one now. Was
Yeah,
that one
like,
in the
I
video the
have
one
it. I
that
just
you
don't
have?
know. I don't know where it is. I think my son ran off with it.
Damn
It's
it!
like, hey, this is pretty cool. Yoink.
Dude, like it's been such a crazy past month, and so I have
Yeah.
no idea where it is.
It's okay, you don't have to explain. It's fine.
Yeah. It's all good, dude. I mean, like I said, I just moved, so I have a vague idea where most of my shit is, but not an exact idea.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
how I live my life. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so you're used to that. Got it. And Feline says, I totally would have played with dolls if they were like that when I was a kid.
yeah, same.
Yeah, totally badass. So signing up. Oh, go ahead, Noden.
I was just saying, absolutely.
So signing up for the pre-launch here, you get the holofoil trading card by Xevious.
Oh, you
And
get
that's,
two of those now. That's out of date. There's
Oh.
yeah, if you check my Twitter is where you'll see most of it, but you get a second holofoil trading card by the team from Frog G. You get the awesome.
Oh hell
thing with
yeah,
Jason.
my dudes.
Jason drew it and we got ink spots to color it and everything, so it's that's awesome. And then as well as that, we're doing a collector's coin for everybody to have as well.
Yes,
Signed up.
Sweet.
That's only for people who signed up.
and there are a lot of them. We have.
Make sure you sign up. I hadn't signed up. I realized today when I was looking at the campaign or the pre-launch page, I hadn't signed up. So I signed
Oh,
up
damn.
today. Make sure you sign up. You don't want to miss this. Seriously, you guys, the first book was great. And if they're saying it's going to ramp up and it's going to be even better than the first one, you definitely do not want to miss this.
Oh yeah, this one is an improvement on every level.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
And of course, 6 a.m. doing what he do best, drawing some awesome stuff. What will it be used for? Sign up so you won't miss it. What will it be used for? We don't know yet, but we're gonna use it.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
We have some ideas on how we're going to use that. It's a really he did a great job on that Embrace Chippy.
Oh yeah,
Here
he
we
always does some awesome stuff. I love 6's work.
I'll share some stuff because, like, on my Twitter, we've got some actual pages from the comic book itself. You know.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
So you guys
Where
can
you
get
go-
what the interiors actually look like.
We
we'll
have
go in
brought
order.
a new colorist as well.
Say again, Odin.
Yeah.
You kind of
We
fritzed out
did-
there a little bit.
We did bring in a new colorist as well, Paul, who did a great job on the first book.
Yeah.
Was just it, he lives in the Ukraine, and with everything going on over there, it
Ooh,
just
fuck.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Like getting in touch with him just was not easy, and that's completely understandable.
Yeah.
So we ended up trading out Paul for Eugene Betevu, who is the colorist of Lost Pages. For
nice.
Bill.
Okay, yeah. Beautiful
And
colors on that book.
He does a great job with Dean's lines. I'll let Dean take it away from here.
Well, no, he's done great stuff so far. And what you're looking at right now is literally page 2 and 3. It's a double page spread in the opening of
Love
the book.
it.
Yeah.
Fucking love 2-page spreads, man.
Hold on, I'll open this up. This will actually be easier.
See, I love the fact that this is kind of like a giant splash page, but there are different scenes throughout. You know, there's storytelling across the whole thing. So well done, sir.
Oh, thank you. But here, I'll share so we can zoom in on the image. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Please. All right, and add to stream. Oh, dude.
Yeah, so like you got the opening here. You got, because this is the actual scene that's going on. Is in the opening of the book, you have the police chief from the first issue. You have Luke Stone trying to get a hold of Clarence because there's been a breakthrough in the case, and Clarence isn't answering his phone. And so while this is happening, you hear the message that Luke Stone is leaving on his answering machine message, and you get to see all the this is why he's not answering. There's all of these things here. And so he's doing all different superhero things. You got leap him across buildings. You got the flashback from the first issue.
Mm-hmm.
You got some eyes, like the Embracer's eyes in the shadows with like some scared thugs and a knife. And you got the Spider-Man homage.
I was about to say, got the Spider-Man 2 homage. Love it.
Yeah, I think when I wrote this in the script, it was like a 2-page splash collage of the Embrace doing superhero shit. And it was like the exact words that I used.
So much going on.
Dude was just like
punching dude in the face, scaring a dude, saving a kitten in a tree.
Yeah. Doing cape shit.
Yeah.
Totally.
Punching out a tooth. All these different things.
It was a good time. I just remember like there was when he was doing the pencils on this, there was a point where he was hitting me up. He's like, what else should I include on here? Because I'm drawing.
Yeah, I had more panels than ideas.
Sometimes that's how it happens. Like, these many panels are gonna fill, and you don't want to copy. You got to make sure it all is differently and all tells a different story. Otherwise, it gets samey.
Exactly. And so this is what he's been doing over there. Like maybe what is it? Like 2 weeks? Would you say? Like it's been a week or two since the first book. And he's been doing superhero stuff.
Okay, so it picks up like kind of right after. Nice.
It's a pretty direct continuation. There has not been a lot of time that's elapsed between books 1 and 2, and that's very much intentional. And everything that happens in this series of the Embrace is pretty contained within a short period of time, because like that's the whole deal. Is it's like I don't want it to go on. I don't want them to be going on for like years and years. It's like a 5-6 issue miniseries. Has always been the intent. Like there's going to come a point where Clarence and David's journey together ends.
Yep. Well, I mean, all good stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
And it's going to be really fun. This issue, last issue, our post-credit sizzle was, introducing Strangle. In this book, we're going to be introducing another character that's going to be giving Clarence some insight as the series progresses, and I'm really excited to see that character realized. Dean and I have been talking about him for months at this point. And it's really funny because it came from a fan suggestion that I completely ran with and turned it into something that's going to be really powerful, I think.
Excellent.
and I know Dean's excited to draw it. I don't know if I know that he's been busy as all get out. I don't know if he's gotten a chance to do the character sheet yet, but I am very excited to see how he interprets that character.
That's going to be
love
sick.
hearing
But yeah, that's not something we can even reveal until this comes out, because that's like a spoiler for the end of this book, you know?
Don't spoil
Yeah.
anything. I want everyone to be, kind of caught off guard by this story. Like they've been warned a little bit, but I want them to get the full effect of the story, especially if they haven't read the first one.
Yeah, exactly. And then, after that page that we just showed you, we got this next one.
Dude,
'Cause, like,
Dean,
it's
seriously,
still on top
that
of the
2-page
car.
spread is fucking badass, dude. Like that is some
Thank you.
fucking great comics right there, man.
And then, like, this is, still on top of the car. He's ripped the windshield out. Like, we'll see the windshield there.
Oh, dude.
I actually love this panel here with the embrace on the side there.
It's really good.
That is a
proud of that.
badass panel, dude.
Yeah.
And I like that
And
you're
then-
not doing like traditional, like, the straight up and down panels. There's a lot of like 90s energy to this that I fucking love, man. Like,
Thanks,
do
man.
those crazy angled panels, like, and it's part of like the chaotic energy of this scene too.
Yeah.
I love it when artists do that. I love it when artists will use the shape of the panel, the way the page is set up, to add to the story. It's not just about presenting the images; it's about adding to the mood, the feel, the tone. It all comes together.
Speaking exactly on that line, right? This is something that only the artists will appreciate. If you look at the car, they go from tilted left to center to tilted right. Like, the car is about to flip. Like,
Ah, dude. See, and that's the kind of attention to detail that makes good comic booking.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
And like, also, just a nice little Easter egg. You got D-Wags, Steve, that Star Wars boy, and Crazy Mad are driving the car. So
just
for
getting
the
into
fun of
trouble. Getting into trouble.
As they do.
Yep.
And so,
What's up,
but
Rex? Good to see you, man.
That's page 4. So those are actually complete. Without the letters or anything, obviously. But that's page 2, 3, and 4 right there from the actual interiors. So that's what you should expect for the Embrace 2.
Yeah. And seriously, the colorist is killing it. Like, this
Yeah,
looks really good.
Eugen is fucking awesome. He was. I honestly think that Paul did a great job on that first book, but I think that
Definitely.
I think that Eugen really pairs with Dean's art in a way that does it even better justice. And Dean has matured so much as an artist between book 1 and book 2. It's honestly night and day in terms of like Dean has become this like glass ceiling of talent where he's
I am the
constantly
glass
pushing
ceiling.
himself. Like he's constantly pushing himself and figuring out new ways to make his craft better
Rex.
than it was yesterday. And really, like, it's going to come a point where when we get to the end of this series, Dean is going to want to, and we've already talked about this, Dean's going to want to go back and redraw this whole damn thing.
I mean, you kind of just what is the main theme? You gotta let go, gotta move on. So
I don't know. We actually have a pretty cool idea when it comes down to that, but we'll see how we're feeling once the embrace is done.
Right, and you said 5-issue miniseries.
Yeah, five,
Maybe
maybe
six.
six.
Okay. I
we have
can't
it all
remember off the
planned
top
out.
of my. Go ahead, Dean. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying we have it all planned out. It just depends on how long the issues end up being.
Now I can't remember off the top of my head how long. How many pages was the first one?
I think from cover to cover it was 48 pages.
Okay.
But it was 40 pages of story because
with 40 pages of story. The second book, I want to say, has close to 50 pages of story.
Oh shit!
Yeah. This is a much bigger story here, in every way.
Excellent.
It's really good stuff.
I mean, I am all about more story pages. I love it. Give me more story. I mean, I'm a sucker for story. I mean, obviously you can see all the books behind me and the fucking spinner rack. So obviously I love stories. Give me the story. Give me the artwork. I want it all. So, you know, I'm all about more story. You know, I like the stickers and the cards and all that stuff as well. But I mean, when it comes down to it, like, I always want more story. So if I have to choose, then I will definitely choose more story, because, you know, it's more content, more to soak in, as it were. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a sucker for good story.
As one should be.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always listening to an audio book, or, you know, reading a comic. I mean, but audiobooks are the only way I can get, like, actual novels in, because, you know, I've got so many comics to read that, you know, you actually have to sit down and read those. You got to look at them. They're a visual medium. Audiobooks, you know, I can listen to an audiobook while I'm, you know, doing the dishes, like mowing the lawn, or packing up my entire house. You know, it's
Dude, I completely get you there. Like, I don't get a chance to read as many novels as I used to, but, yeah, like, finishing up my degree, I listen, like, the majority of our, like, required reading, like, actual books, I will go and find the audiobook for, and I'll listen to the audiobook, because I'm just, between the exhaustion of you know, being single dad, doing full-time school, working, and then on top of that, you know, I'm building comics, and I'm writing scripts, and I'm going through, and it's a much different format when I sit down and I try to read the actual blocks of texts. It's overwhelming. I get tired, and I fall asleep within, like, a paragraph.
You kind of glaze over, and you end up reading the same line over and over, and it doesn't stick. It just kind of slides over your brain. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. Listening to audiobooks sometimes, especially if the narrator is skilled, you know, you'll hear that narrator say a specific line, and then that will stick in your head because of the way they said it. You know, perfect example for me is Neil Gaiman's Anansi Boys. I enjoyed the book, but I don't know that I would have enjoyed that book as much as I did without the narrator of that audiobook, because that narrator he was fantastic. He did this whole cast of characters, and they were fleshed out, and they were believable. They all sounded differently. You know, it was just seriously, the narrator of Anansi Boys is great. So that, I think, that elevated the book for me, as it were.
Yeah, man, and that's one of those things that comes back to, you know, I honestly think that one of the big reasons why audiobooks are as popular as they are is that storytelling started as an oral tradition anyway.
Oh yeah.
Like the oldest epics that we have are, you know, like the Homer.
Oh yeah.
You don't even know if he's a single guy or if he was just the head of effectively a Lycurgus that went around and wrote down a series of stories that had been passed down through oral tradition.
So Homer might actually be an amalgamation of all those things to come before.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, like we know that it was a recording of the oral tradition that came before. But, like, we don't know if Homer was a single guy or if it was a guy that was in charge of a group of understudies, and they just traveled around and listened to everybody telling these stories around the campfire and wrote them down and created a, like, general consensus of this is what all of the people telling this story have in common.
Right. And so they put all of that together under the name Homer.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. That's cool. Kind of like Shakespeare, says Feline.
Oh, Shakespeare. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. That's a loaded.
I ain't doing that. We're not going to get into that one. Feline says, I love all the great artwork out there, but there's only a few that I want to invest in. Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of this.
You hear that, Dean?
I mean,
you hear that, Dean?
I wish I
pressure's
could
on you
a lot more than I can, actually. You know, I'm just too broke.
Yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that. There's too many. There's too many good books out there, but I'm glad there are too many books out there. I would prefer there to be too many good books than not enough good books to sustain this parallel economy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I feel like, you know, like as a fan, 100%, I agree with what you just said. But as a creator, I feel like it brings out the best in me as well. Like, you know, I get better because I'm surrounded by people that are already better than me. And it's like I'm trying to keep up, you know, like. So.
Oh yeah, you know, I look at it as an inspiring,
great environment.
Yeah, it's inspiring to see, you know, your contemporaries doing amazing work. It's like, shit, I gotta up my game.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
I gotta work harder so I don't get left in the dust. And that's the way it should be, you know. Healthy competition. It's like steel sharpens steel, you know. Like and you keep working at it, you get better, and you know you hone your craft. You know, if everybody's just doing mediocre stuff, then nobody gets better. You know, if nobody's inspired to do better, then it's just going to be the same crap over and over again. And we see how well that worked out for the mainstream, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Like they were supposed to get better, you know, like you had the best artists in like the 90s, the 80s and stuff. Why didn't they get better in the 2000s? They just didn't.
Because they stopped caring.
They fell off.
Yeah.
Like I would say that like there was a point where they like you had artists that were absolutely coming in and getting better and what have you. And then there was like even
fantastic.
Like even in the 2000s, like, you had Ryan Otley coming in.
Oh yeah,
you had all of these guys coming in and doing really good work. But like I would say in like 2010, it became less about your talent and more about how they could market you.
Yes.
And
that's how we all ended up where we are today.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, long story short, yeah.
And you know, I worked in my local comic shop. I mean, August of last year, it was sold to a new person. Who, by the way, I have sent the link to SPQR because he loves manga, anime, and you know JoJo's. It's one of his favorites. He's got volumes of JoJo in the store. So I don't know. Yeah, I try. I'm like, dude, you'll dig this. It's history and it's JoJo's and it's like right up your alley, dude. Come on.
Yeah, man. I'm actually holding the proof of SPQR here.
Nice,
it's
dude.
So good. Like it's crazy to see. Like it's one thing when you're receiving the art and you're giving it the green light and you see everything put together in a print file. It's a whole other to see it printed on the page, and Kari's art sings in its physical form. Like it's so good.
Fantastic,
this book had no right being as good as it was.
Yeah, no, this all started as a joke. Honestly, the SPQR thing started as a joke, and it went way too far.
And it's going to keep on going. I'm gonna be doing another one.
Hey man, if there's an audience out there for it and they're digging it, give the audience what they want. You know?
No, the sequel's gonna be hilarious. Odin, tell them the title of number 2.
So number 2 is called SPQR's. So the first book was SPQR's Bizarre Adventure Rubicon Invaders.
Right.
SPQR book 2 is SPQR's Bizarre Adventure Wet Dream. And it is focused on Caligula.
Oh, no.
Who is given who in the fever of comatose sees is given a mission by Alexander the Great to pursue his legacy by waging war against the ocean. And so when he comes to, he is hell-bent on fighting Poseidon. So
yes,
or Neptune. So it's a perfect double entendre because Caligula is
Yeah.
also known for his crazy ass orgies and sexual depravity.
Right.
And then on top of that,
Yeah, that's all you
I
think.
mean,
when you
that's
hear
where
his name,
Feline
man.
and I's minds went first.
Same. Like, that's all I thought.
and
the
then
first time I read it.
let me show you the cover that we have for this.
Yeah, that will go well.
That will go well. Yeah, fighting Poseidon. That'll go well.
I mean, that's the brilliant thing is that my favorite story about Caligula is he sent one of his he sent one of his legions out and declared a war on Neptune and had them stab the ocean with their swords for hours and collect seashells as their
Wait, is that real?
Yeah, no, that's a legitimate thing. That is one of the things that he did.
Wow.
And I love Caligula. So check this out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Ridiculous.
rad.
So this
That's-
is going to
that's
be kind of
Caligula,
how that book is going to look. Like this is done by an artist named Arclight Blues who's really into Araki's like more recent style that he's adopted since like Golden Wind. And so Kari is
Something
going to
kinda
be doing
old
the
school
art.
about it.
Yeah, like Kari is still going to be doing the art, but it's not going to be nearly as macho as it was in the first book.
Okay.
It's going to be a bit more effeminate and
This is what they call a beat and switch, sir.
like but yeah, this
Cool,
is
man.
this is our version of Caligula. That's
This one's
his
gonna be twice as messed up for sure.
that's his eidolon, which is called Ex Aqua, which is out of water, and he is able to build constructs from water. And so like my idea is that
Making stuff
one
out
of
of
the
water.
well one of the big things that Caligula did in his reign that was a positive thing is he orchestrated the construction of the major aqueducts to the city of Rome. So like my big idea for the climactic fight is Caligula versus Neptune, and he's just building aqueducts and depriving Neptune of water the entire fight. It's going to be dumb. It's going to be great.
It's going to be a lot of fun for the audience is what it's going to be.
Yes, exactly.
That's fucking rad, man. That's exciting, dude. But yeah, like what I was saying before we started talking about that is I watched the industry kind of collapse in and on itself, over the course of like 7 years. So I am so glad that there's indie comics over here, and I'm not every so often like Image or Dark Horse or Aftershock were putting out some interesting stuff, and I was checking it out because I'm working in the comic shop. I got to have something to tell the audience, right?
Yeah.
So they come in and people are like, "So what's good?" And I'm just like, "Nothing on the fucking wall. Go to Indiegogo and check out all these campaigns." But I can't say that because I'm in a shop, right? And the shop's got to sell something to make money. So I'm glad that there's a parallel economy over here. I'm glad that there are indie comics over here that are actually worth reading because, unfortunately, in the comic shops now, very few and far between are the entertaining stories anymore. And it's sad. So,
Yes. This is true.
I applaud you guys for making good comics. Skull.
Well, we appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
We try.
Well, I mean that's all we can do, right? We make stuff that we find fun, and hopefully we have the audience that comes along with us for the ride. Is there anything else you guys want to say about the Embrace 2 or what you guys are working on?
I still have that thing that I was going to show you. Is the
Oh yeah.
exclusive for the second book, right? We've actually got some complete pages here too. These are lettered and colored. But I'm going to try and show you stuff without like spoiling anything, But this is set in the Embrace universe. It's obviously Embrace related. It's part of the Embrace campaign and everything like that. But it's going to be drawn by Kari, and the story is the character is created by me, with the story by Kemosabe, drawn by Kari, and colors by me, and letters by me as well. But here's the first page right there. Are you sharing it? I can't tell. Hold on.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Feline
Ah,
says you
cool.
guys are amazing and awesome.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'll zoom in so you can have a look
That's
properly. Yeah.
cool. Love
Like
the
it
gray
starts up.
tones, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
dude.
Because yeah, like as you can see, this is in the past. Like this
Right.
is this starts off in the past,
1863.
and that's why it's in the grey tones here.
Yeah.
So yeah, but opens up. You got this dude. Like you can pause it and read it later if you want. But basically, the long story short is this guy's panicking because he's being chased down by some sort of evil spirit, and that's how this opens up.
That's a hell of a way to
And-
open a story.
Yeah, and then we have page 2 as well. These are the 2 pages I'll show you.
So this is in the past, so that's why it's in the gray
Yes.
tones. Are you
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
slowly add color to it, or is
Yeah. Depending on what's on the page, there will be colors. Like I don't want to spoil
Nice,
anything
dude.
about
Yeah,
this
yeah.
story.
Did you get the third page done?
No, I haven't colored that yet. I'm going to do that soon. That's when we'll do the final reveal. Because the third page actually has, the embrace shows up on the third page, so we can actually reveal this story. But this is the first official peek in public of what this actually is and what I've been working on with Kari.
That is awesome, dude. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I actually
mean-
love this page here because you see the bits with the red, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If you read it, what he's saying, he's like, what happened when you were overseas? And he's like, oh, nothing, I left. I just left because I was so annoyed. But then when you see the flashbacks, it's like, that's clearly not what he did.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, shit went sideways. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Things went
Badass, dude.
bad.
And so I love that because, the words that are being said here contradict, what did I do? He's like, what did you do? And he's like, do? Well, I moved. It's like, did you?
I mean, you did move, but I feel like that's a gross oversimplification.
I feel like you're leaving some things out here.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got these nice, these creepy, sinister red tones for all these flashbacks whenever this guy's talking and telling the story.
Now, did you put the zipatone on that dude, or was that something Kari did?
Oh, those lines, that's something Kari did, yeah.
That's cool, man. This is a cool collaboration so far, man. I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited to give the full reveal to
What's
everybody,
up,
let
Matt?
everyone
Good to see
know.
you, brother.
So
man.
that's the sneak preview of what's coming with the Embrace 2. So look
That's
forward to that.
awesome. Exclusive sneak peek at all the cool goodness that's going to be coming with the Embrace 2. So
Have
make
fun
sure
speculating.
Make sure you go hit the link in the description so you can go sign up for the Embrace 2.
Yeah, please
get
do.
that holofoil trading cards, all the cool shit. You said there was a coin as well, and there's going to be all kinds.
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
it's gonna be it. This campaign's gonna be a big one, and this year is gonna be a big year for Nine Realms. There's a whole bunch of stuff
Excellent
that we're working on. Obviously, the chief priority for me right now is get SPQR done and off the table.
Yeah.
But once I have that, we've got the Embrace 2. I also have partnered up with Global Frequency Studios in the production of 2 books. We've got coming out Judex in the Field, which we've kind of started to put teasers out for, and we're working with some pretty incredible talent there. On the field, we actually have a guy, Kevin Keene, who is a primary cover artist for McFarlane Studios and does the main covers for Gunslinger, Spawn.
I was about to say I've heard that name before.
Yeah, he's pretty fantastic, and so he's going to be our main artist on the field. It's awesome. Pretty exciting. And then of course we have the Embrace 2, which is why we're all here, and it's going to be a big year.
That's exciting,
Why
man.
Spawn artist not doing Embrace pieces, I will never know.
Huh?
Why you have me doing the Embrace instead of an actual Spawn artist, I will never understand.
Well, so that's the whole thing. Is I didn't have this kind of I didn't have the weight that I do now. Now I actually have some bases, and on top of that, I have that was the whole thing. Getting Kevin Keene
Oh, so I was the best you could do, huh, Odin?
Well, so
Yeah,
listen, you have to
Saltiness.
understand that I got Kevin Keane completely on accident. We had initially gotten Aaron Alfecci, but some stuff happened and it didn't
go. And landed on another artist. I see how it is.
And it didn't go through. And I was just messaging random artists, and Kevin actually replied. I wasn't expecting to get a reply from Kevin.
Hey, man, you never know unless you try.
This is probably not going to go my way. And I just sent him a message. I was like, yeah, man. And was like, yeah, I could squeeze in a story of this length. Here's my rate, and my jaw dropped at how reasonable it was given what he works on. And I went, yes, in fact, we will. That sounds great.
Awesome.
So
Dude,
it's
that's fantastic.
And don't worry, Dean. At some point, I'm going to have Kevin do an Embrace cover.
I mean, I feel like you just have a responsibility at this point.
I'm just going to make sure that I can get it into his schedule. It's like his whole thing is like he's literally hold on, let me pull up one of his covers from
yeah, he's great, honestly. I recognize his art style, and that never happens.
See, I've actually been picking up Gunslinger Spawn for a while just because I really love Brett Booth's artwork.
Same.
Brett Booth is so good.
Yeah.
Dude knows how to tell a story too.
Yeah, Brett Booth has some of the best panel layouts you will ever see in comic books.
Yep. So dynamic.
Yeah.
So dynamic. Yeah. Feline says, "Yay!" Working with Global Frequency, we are fans of the Neff and Frequency.
Oh man, Mavericks is phenomenal.
Such a good book. Like I had to once I got done reading it, I had to message Neff and be like, "Yo, dude, this is some good shit." You know,
yeah, Neff knows
really
his shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he did his research, man. You know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this.
Fanta says, I ain't even putting Odin's Twitter here. I got you, Dean.
I appreciate you, Fanta.
But, I mean, you kind of already did put it up here. Just saying. But, you know, whatever. Hey, look. Thanks, Fanta. I appreciate you dropping my link as well. Yes, definitely. Definitely big fans of Neff and Frequency Girl. They're good peeps. Again, I know I always say this, but I love the fact that there are so many damn talented people over here. And I like the fact that I get to talk to them. You know, I like...
Yeah.
You know, back in my day, when I did last Wednesday, you know, 400 years ago in, 2007, you know, going around to conventions and talking to people was fun. You know,
I live in Australia, so I never got to meet any of the actual big comic creators that I liked growing up or anything. And already, just through all of this stuff, the last couple of years, I've met Brett Booth, I've met Kenneth Rocafort. You know, Kenneth Rocafort was always my number one
is
favorite.
Great, man.
You know, it's actually crazy how quickly it's all changed.
Right?
And I love it. I honestly love it.
Oh, here's the one I was actually looking for.
That's badass, dude.
Who was it that said it's a comic convention every day? Who was that?
I'm not sure, but I mean, I've said that before.
Like that. Yeah, it's
but
like that
these panels. These are basically, you know, comic book panels, and we get to talk, we get to interact with the audience. That's the beauty of doing this on YouTube. You know, doing this on the internet. You know, Dean, you're all the way over in Australia, and you know Odin is up in the northern part of the U.S. But we can get together and
I'm in
talk
the middle. I'm in the middle, dude. I'm in Virginia. That's hardly the north.
Okay, it's more northern than Florida. How about that?
Yeah, that's literally the lowest bar possible on our in our country in terms of.
I mean, I'm at the top of Florida.
More north than Florida. You guys are more south than Texas.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's fair. I mean, but I'm kind of on parallel with Texas, you know, actually.
You guys, I think you guys dip a little bit. I'd have to go take a ruler to a map, but I'm fairly.
Oh yeah, no, the bottom of Florida goes.
Texas does not go near as south as the southern tip of Florida.
Yeah, No,
you guys are as
that is
south
true.
as the United States gets.
But I am in northern
Directionally
Florida,
speaking.
so like I'm right under Jacksonville, so I'm kind of parallel with Texas, and I could literally drive across the Panhandle all the way over to Texas if I wanted to. But yeah, armpit. Yeah, it does feel like a sweaty armpit down here sometimes.
Phantasmagorical says follow that guy who's on Deaton's campaign.
Wow.
Oh man.
And Feline
Dean,
says,
you
I
hear
love
that?
the fact
You
that
get
I'm
to
giggling
You
watching
get to build
this.
the campaign now. I'll let you
This is
do
an
all
uprising, Odin.
that.
What's up, crazy man? Thanks for coming to hang out. He says, kick Dean and Odin and Ogden.
Welcome, crazy mad.
Oh.
Feline's like, wait a minute. She's like, oops, not that. She was saying follow that guy who's on Dean's campaign.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, you know that guy.
Who's really the bill finger now, Dean?
Oh, really?
Remember that?
Damn.
Oh, you're lucky we're not on my channel, man, because I've still got that video saved.
I
Hold
know.
it with me. I can just play it right now.
No.
Oh goodness.
Odin, I am so glad you came to join me and Dean tonight. And Dean,
course.
I am so glad I got a chance to talk to you again, man. I miss getting to talk to you guys because I know that like when all this thing was starting up, like we used to interact a lot more. And as things get more busy and whatnot, I don't get to talk to you guys as much as I used to. So I love shit like this. It's It's nice to be able to talk to you guys, and I mean, you guys are always welcome to come hang out on Topicless, especially if it's on my
I always
channel.
try to, but you're always like doing it in the middle of the day for me. Like right now, it's 2 p.m. Yeah, and like I told you, I told you behind the scenes, I was like taking a break from what I was in the middle of doing. But
Yeah.
usually, I'm not even at home at this time of day. You guys are doing Topicless at like 11 o'clock in the morning for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it starts at 9:15 over here, so yeah. Oh, and the happy hour. Yes, happy hour hangout is Tuesdays, tomorrow actually, at 5 p.m. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and, this link is in the description, but this is easier to click on because it's right in the chat. But yeah, check out the happy hour hangout. I don't know what time 5 p.m. is for you, Dean.
I'm not sure.
Luke, he's 14 hours ahead, so add.
Okay, so
turn
it'd be
that
like
7 turn that into AM and then add
7
add
a.m.
2
Jesus.
hours.
Yeah, so it would be 7 a.m. for you.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna be sleeping.
No, I'll be awake at that time.
I was
but
about to
don't
say, it's
think
like, don't let him lie to you. He's up like I have
You've spoken to
completely
me in those states, Odin. I am in no position to do anything before I've had caffeine in the morning. All right.
I have ruined Dean's sleep patterns because he is up at like it'll be like 2 p.m. and I'll see him on Messenger and I go, why the fuck are you up right now?
Why are you awake? It's like 4 in the morning over there.
Yeah, that's literally. I wake up at about 4:35 in the morning every morning.
Yeah.
Damn.
He didn't used to, but
sometimes I don't even go to bed until 4:35 in the morning. I mean, it doesn't happen as often as it used to, but yeah.
No, I sleep like an old man. I like as soon as it hits 9 p.m., I'm tired, and then by 10 o'clock, I'm out cold.
Oh shit!
That's what you
I
want.
mean, it do be like that sometimes, though. It do be like that. And Feline says it's spiked coffee time for Dean.
No. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually, as soon as I'm done here, I've got drawings to do today and packages to write labels on and stuff. So like I'm not gonna get to do anything for the rest of the day.
Right.
That's
well,
okay.
if you're up at 7 tomorrow morning and you feel like coming to hang out with a bunch of drunk people and listen to a bunch of drunk Americans,
Yeah, drunk
says,
Americans.
come on.
That sounds like the best time ever. That's like my favorite thing to do is hang out with drunk Americans.
Well, there you go. Especially at 7 in the morning when you haven't had coffee yet. Well, see,
exactly
then you'll just be sleep drunk, and the rest of us will be drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
You guys are lucky he's not playing the wizard game right now.
That is true too. I've had an addiction to Hogwarts Legacy. It's fantastic.
Well, I've watched some videos like of some live playthroughs, and it looks fun. You know,
It's game of the year contender for real.
well, I mean, it's
I know
already
it's only early in
outsold
the year.
Elden Ring.
Well, yeah.
That's not even fair. I don't think that's a fair. Like, Elden Ring is fantastic, and the fact that a From Software game has been as successful as Elden Ring has been.
Yep.
My own issues with the game aside, is brilliant. Harry Potter.
Yeah, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
The
Ravenloft the Live Fanta, yes.
The only franchise that could match it, if properly marketed, would be Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Even then,
Even
it would be pretty close.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because
For real?
Harry Potter is more recently in the cultural mindset, the
Yeah,
cultural
I grew up
zeitgeist,
with
as it
Harry
were.
Potter. It was like my entire generation of the same age as him in the movies, you know?
Oh, okay.
It was great.
See, I was in
like, yeah, it
college.
was perfect.
I
Really?
was in college. Yeah, I was in college
11
when
the first movie came out.
I actually actually funny story, the first Harry Potter book, like the audiobooks, that's how I got into audiobooks, because I was in college and I was
really
doing Stephen not Stephen Fry.
Stephen Crowder reading Harry Potter.
No, Stephen Fry. He's the one that did the UK versions. Who did Jim Dale? Jim Dale did the American versions over here, and they were great. But yet, I got bored listening to the radio, doing my college work, doing design work. And so I picked up audiobooks, and I was like, all right, well, I'll check out this Harry Potter thing, see what people are, what they're all up and, talking about. And I was like, wow, this is actually pretty entertaining. And I just kind of went through all the books. Sirius Black was my favorite character.
Serious?
Sirius. I thought Sirius was a great character.
Looney Luna was my favorite character.
Yeah. A lot of great characters in that series, but yeah, Sirius Black was my favorite. So, but all right. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we wrap this up? Because I know Dean's got stuff to do, and I'm sure Odin could probably use a nap, just a breather,
Just sleep.
or sleep.
Just sleep in general.
Yeah.
Thing,
Yeah,
which which the funny thing is, I'll probably go and play video games because I don't know. I make bad decisions sometimes, but whatever. But
Yeah.
thanks. I mean, the only thing I have to say is, Luke, it's always a pleasure. I know that it's been a minute since I've been on,
Yeah,
but
man.
it's fun to be on the channel and actually be there with Dean. Be here with Dean. I do
Yes.
actually. I
Read
do
Crazy
actually.
Mad's chat. Read Crazy Mad's chat.
What did he say?
If you want to have some real fun, let's discuss the historical accuracy of Braveheart.
We're
You're
not
just
gonna
trying to
do that.
trigger Odin, aren't you?
So that is something. So on Wednesdays, I have been doing with Matt Krotz. We've been doing When in Rome,
Mhm.
where like the basis of the show was initially we found this this video that was a 20-minute breakdown of all of Roman history. There's like all of Roman history in 20 minutes, which is already just a fucking terrible idea. And so it's literally just me and Matt fapping this video and just destroying it. So we've done that, and that's been every Wednesdays, and we're going to continue to do that and watch more content on Roman history. But I know that he's also been talking to me about potentially branching out and even talking about stuff like the French Revolution and what have you, and it's exciting stuff.
That's awesome, man. Drop a link to your channel in the private chat. So I can.
I gotcha.
Pass it along
My
to the
very
viewers.
immaturely named channel that I constantly get shit for.
Yes, you do.
So
Well, it's
Dylan's like
people
channel link.
people are like, because when people see this, They're like,
What was
there's no
wrong
way
with
that this is
that?
Odin.
Yeah.
There's no way that this is him, because he would never pick that as his name. And spoiler alert, I didn't. This is a
it's spelled
YouTube
wrong.
account that I've had since high school, that one of my friends in high school made for me. And he was just like, hey man, what do you want your username to be? And I just went, I don't know, man, I don't fucking care. I doubt I'll even use this thing. And here we are.
And here
Over
we
a
are,
decade and a half
many
later.
years later.
And I'm now like, man, I really wish I could fucking change that.
Yeah. Sometimes it do be like that. Yeah.
But yeah. So
I've never noticed that before.
oh, are you looking at it?
The at. Yeah, I just looked at the at. That's funny, dude.
Yeah, I'm.
I mean,
it's
whatever. You work with it. I mean, and just I'll have to remember that next time. Like if I make a post or something and I want to tag you.
Go check out Odin69 Playa on YouTube.
Yeah, that's Playa.
Oh yeah. I mean, as was the style at the time,
Yeah.
It's just one of these things where it's like so unintrinsically not me.
I just know there's a photo of you as a teenager somewhere, and you're looking up at the camera and you're giving us the finger. You're like, Odin 69 player.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No.
Yep. Crazy Man said, jokes aside, I love these two guys. Yes, this has been an absolute blast, and I agree with Feline. This was fantastic. And she also says, plushie, Dean. So,
Yeah, I'm trying. Plushie, Odin.
Before we leave, so as you guys notice, my my avatar is a new creation, and I'm gonna start sharing this on more things. So, there have been more and more manga streams in the community of late. So I created this as my badge of honor. Oh, hold on. No, that's not fucking. Hold. It was the right thing before, and then it just clicked. I clicked a button, and it put the wrong thing up.
That's like not even your book. Like, what the
No, I'm the editor on that book, and I designed the logo for Lee.
Yeah, good job too, by the way.
Ogdenaru wins more.
This is terrible.
Oh, God.
So
That's fucking great. And how does Mo
Cool.
react to that?
He hasn't seen it yet, so just please be sure to spread this around. Ogdenaru
Holy shit.
hashtag Ogdenaru wins whenever you see Mo in a chat. You'll probably get timed out, but
I'm not on your
That's
side
fucking
with this
great.
big war. I'm siding.
That is great, man. Crazy Man says, Odin's weebery aside, I still like this guy. Well, there you
fair
go.
enough.
Yeah, we're still live, Fanta. We're wrapping it up though. There was just a few extra things that we needed to talk about. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've gotten to talk to these guys, and so an hour and a half is a drop in a bucket compared to what we could go for. I'm sure.
Probably.
Oh yeah.
So
I could just sit here all afternoon, really.
Give me alcohol and start talking about the Iliad, and I'm good for another 3.5 hours.
Yep. I mean, we could talk about that. We could talk about comics. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. But let's see. Please send that DM to Death Metal. The picture, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I got
so we
you.
can spread it around for you. Yeah. But chat, you guys are fucking fantastic. Dean, Odin, such a good time talking with you guys. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. And guys, always remember,
Shop smart, shop S-smart.